In this lesson, we look at sequences and series, and we look at a condition where a sequence has been given to you and you've been asked to find a term. The question says that the first four terms of a linear sequence, AP, that is arithmetic progression, are 5, 9, 13, and 17. What is the 10th term of the sequence? So we have the options here: A, 29, B, 30, C, 41, and D, 45. Now, the first thing we do is that we have to understand there is a linear sequence. A linear sequence has gotten a common difference, and we have to look at that. Now, let us write the sequence down: 5, 9, 13, and 17. Now, 5 is the first term here. So we see 5 as the first term. Now, to move from 5 to 9, we have to add 4 to get 9. And to move from 9 to 13, we have to add another 4 to get 13. To move from 13 to 17, we have to add another 4. So it is very clear that the common difference here is 4. So 4 is the common difference here. Now, if you look at a sequence, we can easily predict the 10th term because the question says that we have to find the 10th term. So if the first term is 5, second is 9, third is 13, fourth is 17. Now, what do you think will be the 5th term? We have to add 4 to 17 and we have 21. What will be the next term? We add 4 to 21, we get 25. What is the next term? We add 4 to it, we get 29. Then we have 4 to 29, we get 33. Then we have 4 to 33, then we get 37. Then we add 4 to 37, then we get 41. And this is the 10th term. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the 10th term. So the correct option is C here. Now we can also use the formula for the nth term of an AP. Imagine if we had been asked to find, say, the 100th term. That would have been very tedious. So there is a simple function that is the nth term of any AP or linear sequence is given by the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference here. So now let us look at this. Now that is our first term. Small a is the first term, and n is the term that we're looking for, and d is the common difference. So that means that if we are asked to find the 10th term, then we have to write u10, which means n is now 10 here. So the first term of the sequence is 5. So we put 5 here plus, and of course we are looking for the 10th term. So as I did say, our n is 10 here. So we have 10 minus 1, and the common difference is what we see here, 4. Now let us simplify this. Let's look at the bracket first. 10 minus 1 is 9, and we look at the multiplication first here. So we write 5, and 9 times 4 is 36, and 5 plus 36 is 41. So we get the same thing here. Of course, the 10th term is 41. Now let us get to our calculator and look at how we can use this to solve this. Now, to use the calculator to solve a linear sequence, all that we need is 2 terms from the sequence. Now we have been given 4 terms, but we don't need all the 4 to solve the question. We just need 2. So I can pick any of the 2 from here. I can pick the first and second, or the first and third, or the first and fourth, the second and third, any 2 of the terms. Now press mode and go to the 3, that is statistics, choose 3. Now if you look at the second one, a plus bx, it is very familiar to you. Now, talking about linear sequence, linear comes from the word line. And do you remember the gradient function of a line is y equals mx plus c? Now we can compare this to what we see here. You can compare this to the a plus bx. Now we see that mx and bx are similar, and a is a constant just as c. So we can write this as bx plus a. So we are going to use the second option to solve a linear sequence. So press 2. Alright, so you have 2 columns here, and the S column is for where the term falls. For example, the 5 is the first term, 9 is the second term, 13 is the third term, and 17 is the fourth term. So if I press 1 here for the X, I press on the equal sign, I will come to the Y column against the 1, and I'll press 5. Now what this means is that the first term is 5, and of course from the sequence the first term is 5. Now let me press on the left cursor and come into the X column again. I'll press 2, and I'll press on the equal sign. Then I'll press the uppercase 2 or the up 1, and I'll come to the right, and then I'll press 9 here. This means the second term is also 9. So I don't have to type all the terms here. I just need only 2 terms. So that is all. Now, after getting 2 terms, just press on the AC. Now, the data is still there. It is not gone anywhere. Let us check if it is still there. Press Shift and press 1. Now, we can see stats or distribution here. That is the second function. When I press 1, if I want to verify if my data is still there, I will choose 2. Look at it. What I typed is still there, right? It has not gone anywhere. Now let's solve the question. Press AC again. Now press Shift, and first, because we want to find the 10th term, let me first type that first. We're looking for the 10th term, right? So press 10, 1, 0. Okay, then let's go. Press Shift and press 1. Then go to the number 5, reg. That is short for regression. Choose 5 and look out for the 5 again. That is the Y with the caret sign. You press 5, sorry, and you have 10 Y with the caret sign here. Now what this means is the 10th term. Of course, Y is where we find the terms in the columns, right? So when I press on the equal sign, I should see 41 as the 10th term. So we have 41 here, and this shows that the 10th term is 41, and that is the correct answer. Of course, I can verify all these terms by changing just the number here. If I put, say, 2 here, that is the second term. If I press on this, I should see 9. All right, so that is that. So that is how to find a term when you are given the sequence.